pole, and he upset the #1 ranked wrestler in the state in the first round. And of course, Jason Frakes came in ranked second. So we got a second-third matchup here. Frakes gets the takedown.
Frakes, the wrestler from Douglas, the Bulldogs. He's in purple, in control. Head coach Charles Rhodes, but you just call him.
Everybody calls him Dusty. Everybody's last name is Rhodes Dusty, isn't it?
Dusty Rhodes, head coach for the Bulldogs. Frakes in control right now, just underway in the first period, 2-0. But Coster, a wiry wrestler from Hoxie, trying to wiggle out of that mess. Might be there.
Well, he's got to get that other leg outside. He's kind of in trouble now with both his legs split like that. Frakes is in pretty good position, even though, except it is a Hoxie kid he's wrestling, and they have a way of making things like that work to their advantage.
Back to the center, minute 3. Hey, don't forget, this will be rebroadcast on KTWU in Topeka, Channel 11, Thursday, March 3rd at 9 o'clock. So our friends in Eastern Kansas can get a look at this action. Again, KTWU, public television out of Topeka, Channel 11, Thursday, March 3rd at 9 o'clock.
Coster was on the verge of scoring there, but sucked back into it. Wasn't able to get any points. He's in pretty good shape. And Coster gets a reversal there. That's the other Adams brother. Like I said, I'm not sure which one's Jeff and which one's Aaron, but they're both Adams.
Well, the Big Red from Hoxie cheering on their wrestlers. Right now they've got the team title wrapped up, no doubt about it, trying to put up another individual champion as we have a tie score between Frakes from Douglas in purple against Eric Coster from Hoxie, the senior, in red. 15 seconds and counting in the first. Tie score 2-2 each with a reversal.
Coster's hanging on there trying to keep from losing points before the end of the period. A couple seconds. He held it.
And that's the end of the period. Tie score, the flip goes up. It's red and green on the coin. The toss was green. The wrestler with the green band, that would be Frakes from Douglas, gets the choice. He chooses top.
No, he chose to defer and let Coster choose.
That was a defer. I didn't see the motion. Okay.
He waves his hands in front of him. That's the defer.
Well, it was interesting then that Coster decided to go to the bottom.
Well, he probably feels like his best chance of scoring is from the bottom. He's tried the standing so far and didn't have much luck fighting off the takedown by Frakes. Of course, Frakes is an excellent wrestler. He's been ranked in the top 1 or 2 or 3 of this weight class all year, and his only loss came to Byrne from Wichita South, who it looked like he was on his way into the Class 6A finals this weekend. So Frakes has got a little bit of that family tradition down there too, because I'm sure he's probably the son of one of those old wrestlers down there named Frakes, back when Douglas was winning the state championship when they were all together.
Douglas brought 12 wrestlers to this tournament. They picked up the regional championship, so they had quite a season for head coach Dusty Rhodes.
They've had an excellent season, and they brought 12 wrestlers. They lost quite a few of them along the way, but Coster's losing a near fall here. He's trying to suck around into a reversal, but he's getting a 5 count in the process, and lost a near fall, but it looks like he's going to be able to complete his reversal possibly. There he goes.
And he's going to get the 3 points. 5-3.
5-4.
Or excuse me, 5-4, got the other 2.
Frakes got 3 points and gave up 2 there. Of course, that's always a pretty good trade where I come from.
Now, who's in control in this situation?
Well, Coster's still in control, technically. He keeps his head down like that, he's going to be in bad shape, though, because that's one of the worst things he can do from there, is stick his head down, because you notice Frakes tried to reach up behind and grab his head, pull him under, and pin him.
And not to mention, he's wrestling blindfolded. That's right, his headgear slipped down over his eyes. Maybe he doesn't want to see what's going to happen next. Yeah, that means the whistle blows, and I'm sure he'll get his vision back.
Well,
5-4.
The blind kids have wrestled for years. It didn't seem to bother too many of them not being able to see. If you have to feel your way out there on the wrestling mat, and whether you can see or not doesn't make a whole lot of difference. if you have to look to see where it is, you're in trouble.
Trust your other senses, and again, a lot of things come into play, a lot of physical attributes, but you also have to be pretty quick-witted and be prepared to be flexible and reactive as well as proactive. 2 minutes left in the third period. We're just underway. It's 5-4. Jason Frakes out in front. He's working from the bottom. He was fourth as a sophomore at 3A, and he also qualified for the 4A tournament last year. He was a regional champ this year. One loss coming in.
Like I said, he's a good wrestler. Of course, Koster's up there trying to do anything he can to get him turned and score some points and take that lead, but I think we're going to see a stalemate called here pretty soon.
Boy, they're cranking on that leg and cranking on that arm. Koster's just trying to really get that arm unattached, and he can't do it because Frakes had a hold of his left foot. Coming up next at 1:45 in this championship action, Justin Tatum from Douglas will be matching up with Kevin Beeker from Heston for the Swathers. That at 1:45. Right now we're at 140 pounds, a minute 24 and counting. 5-4. Frakes in purple out in front of Koster in red.
Koster's getting pretty high there. He feels like he has to work around in front and try to figure out a way to put Frakes on his back if he's going to win this thing. And of course, Frakes is trying to score some more points by working that into a reversal or an escape.
Both of these wrestlers are seniors. They're in their third trip to a state tournament. Koster took second at 103 last year, and then he was a state qualifier as a sophomore. He's had only 3 losses this season coming in. I think to Olson of Trigo, O'Neill of Goodland, and a wrestler from Atwood, right?
Leitner, yes. And he's giving him the escape there.
So he stacks up another point, or did he? Let's see.
No, they didn't give the escape.
So it's still 5-4. Frakes with a point lead, so no points awarded there. And it looks like Frakes is just kind of hunkering down, and he's not moving, hanging on to that left leg.
Frakes just doesn't want to do anything dumb and lose points.
30 seconds and counting. Koster trying to overcome that 1-point deficit right now. Look at that. He's cranking on that right arm.
Koster's going to lose the reversal here. He's going too hard. Well, no, he's going to come back up out of it possibly. And all Frakes has to do now is back his head out the backside there, and he's got a reversal.
20 seconds and counting. Koster down by 1. What's he going to do? Frakes charges in. They're still saying that Koster's in control. Oh, he lost it. Or did he?
Well, he still got it, according to the referee. Time ran out.
Blindfolded. Even blindfolded. He has the win. Boy, it was a desperate hustle there by Koster. He almost had it. A close match. 5-4 the final. Jason Frakes, the senior, finally breaks into the gold. Nice effort by Eric Koster. He'll finish 27-4 for the Hoxie Indians. 3-time state qualifier will finish second, and the wrestler from Douglas bulldogs his way to a win as he shuts down the Indian, Eric Koster. Again, the final 5-4, and it was a close match as Koster had to wrestle from behind after a close match early, and it's finished close.
Certainly did, and got a lot of excitement in there. Fans had to enjoy that one.
Again, coming up at 1:45 will be Tatum from Douglas, another Bulldog going against Beeker from Heston. That coming up at 1:45. Let's take a look at the results from 1:30, I believe.
1:35.
Or excuse me, 1:35. As I flip my sheet back over. 6th place finish, and the medal goes to Jason Barber of Douglas. 5th place goes to Clint Sewell of Caney Valley. 4th place to Kevin Rao of Garden Plain, and 3rd place goes to Bryce Glick of Plainville, the Cardinals. He finishes the year 31-1. Yep, 1 loss for the Cardinal. And as we said, the champion Ron Shipley defeated Andy Kinney. A fall in the second period at 1:12. Kinney finishes 20.